I haven't heard Sirenscape yet.
It's up.
Okay.
We are recording.
Is yours up? And restart it.
Mine is up.
Mostly just
Yep, I can hear it.
No, it's just very faint, but yes,
Yeah.
it's there.
YouTubers. Alright, so last session, y'all woke up. Some of you with more of a headache than others. And I wrote a lot of stuff down in this progression. But to quickly go over it all, it was pretty much going out and shopping, or um going out and shopping, or finding other stuff to do around the area. Right away, Arden and Illiken went off to check out Black Iron Blades, and Claudette and Celestine went to a store that you had not previously visited called Rendarl's Emporium. And now we're headed off to return the pint mugs, the empty pint mugs of mead to Kelvin's Comfort. As Claudette and Celestine entered Rendarl's Emporium, Celestine noticed some beautiful coats made out of Yeti skin and got extremely pissed off. Grabbed them and took off. And eventually everybody went back to Kelvin's Comfort. Illiken, Claudette, and Nowhere headed up to the House of the Morning Lord to talk with Copper about a buddy of his that is making some strange device up at a black cabin north of Tourmaline. Came back down to Kelvin's Comfort, then left again, went out to the Northlook and talked with a person that apparently I did not write down his name, but whatever. Talked with a person about the tower that the group of adventurers were hired to find for Zahn, the Red Wizard that you guys witnessed burning at the stake in East Haven. And as you guys were leaving the Northlook, Claudette overheard a lady talking about a romantic night with a guy named Young something or other. She then went off on her, freaked out the woman, and she proceeded to head to the Kelvin's Comfort, demanding that you all leave right now, because he was apparently headed to Lonelywood. On trying to leave, you found out that you cannot leave because the city is buckled up for the new moon. Talking with the guards didn't get you anywhere. You went back down to town hall. That didn't get you very far. The assistant to the speaker was writing a note for essentially, you all don't know, but Celestine knows, that upon going back to the gate, you were to have been arrested. However, about that same time, Claudette stopped breathing, fell to the ground, and now you are at the House of the Morning Lord, trying to persuade the guards that she is dead and that you need funeral rites or something along that line, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So first and foremost, Illiken asked something last week. I need to recant. I mentioned that the walls were like 2-foot thick telephone poles ish. Not true. Walls are actually made from a combination of wood and mud, and they're approximately 20 feet thick at their most narrow places. Gates are 2 sets of 5-foot thick wooden double doors, 35 feet from tower to tower, with 20 feet between the sets of gates.
Thank you.
Yes. And before we pick this up, I need everyone to roll me a die. We're going to go in order, skipping Claudette at the moment. From top to bottom in the folders list. So Illiken, I need you to roll me a d6. I cannot have duplicate numbers.
I'm afraid.
You should be.
No, I'm afraid.
Be afraid.
When you do this, it turns to ones.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Arden, roll me a d6. You cannot get a 5. Celestine, a d6. Nowhere, a d6. And Claudette, when you get into the game, roll me a d6. I've got the numbers marked down. Basically, you're looking for either a 4 or a 6. So, to the matter at hand, Michonne is hovered over Claudette as she says a quick incantation, reaching out and touching Claudette. A rush of bluish-white energy seems to flow through her arms down into Claudette's shoulders and dissipate. She lets go and says another incantation. She looks up towards the remaining person nearest her, which I believe is Celestine, and she mutters, I thought it was Celestine. Wow, nobody's over there. She mutters, in general, I'm not sure what is wrong. Even that is not working. I've tried healing spells, I've tried restoration spells, and just now I tried speak with dead and received no answer. There are only 2 possible reasons I can fathom. Either she is not dead, which should mean the healing or restoration spells would have worked, or she has been touched with undeath, at which you need to take her out of this sacred temple to Amantur. I cannot have this temple desecrated by such an abomination. About this point is when Nowhere and Copper come out of the guest room. So, there you go.
I gotta remember where I'm at.
What did Copper and who was it you said? Illiken?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. What did they talk about in the guest room again? Does anyone remember?
Nowhere remember.
Not offhand, but if I look at the progression, I can probably find out.
Let's see here. Claudette's request, you and Copper went into another room, explained that she was in fact alive, but that they needed to get out of the city this very night, and the guards will not allow them out. Copper, relieved that Claudette was not dead, tried to reason with you, telling you that although he did not agree with the sacrifices or the servitude to Auril, that the towns had come to live through each month. If they were somehow able to get outside the walls, it would be far more dangerous for you out there. During the time of the new moon than it would be in town. Blizzards roll in night prior to the crest of the new moon, stay through that entire day. Likewise, the allies of Auril come closer to the towns, and most towns lock down. Each town makes the sacrifice that Auril's druids have agreed upon. The heavy blizzards leave the area, and the druids retreat after the sacrifices.
They explain what the sacrifices are going to be.
You guys know from previous. Your first night was in Bremen, which was sacrifice of warmth. The medium towns have a sacrifice of food, and the larger towns have a sacrifice of life.
Basically, they're gonna kill someone. And I imagine if we cause too much more trouble, it's probably gonna be the troublemaking outsiders.
I move away from the door since I know that they're still out there, but at least they're far enough away. And I come over and I say, "Anybody know how they're sacrificed?"
I believe they said that they're stripped down to nothing but barest clothing and then sent out into the blizzard to die of exposure.
Was that what they told us, or is that something you said, but was that a character context, Sky?
That's what they told us.
Okay.
That's what the assistant told you last week or
Okay.
last.
I couldn't remember if that was part of what you were telling, outside of character or not. That's why I was making sure.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody have any suggestions?
I'm going to telepathically tell Illigan that, yeah, maybe we need to let her know that I'm not dead so that when I move and, jump up, it doesn't scare the shit out of her and she doesn't try to stake me through the heart.
He moves over and taps the lady on the shoulder.
Yes. What can I do for you?
It's okay. She's just resting. She'll wake up here shortly. She has a slow heartbeat. That's all. We just need to get away from the outside and get in to be able to rethink what we're having to do because we just found out about the door. It's okay.
Me a persuasion roll.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I tried to use all y'all.
You hear that? She tried to use us, guys.
She totally believes you.
So I'm going to start moving.
I walk over and tap Claudette on the side of the cheek, saying, It's okay. It's okay. You can wake up now. You can wake up now.
Great. So now I'm going to have to pretend like I'm yawning. I'm going to lift my hands up over my head and I'm going to sit up and go, okay, are we out of trouble?
Yeah, for the time being. Anybody have? And I walk over to where the fire is just so I can stay warm. Uh, anybody have an idea of what we're gonna do now?
Maybe we should just wait out the night and I guess tomorrow as well, right here in the guest room.
If that's
And,
all right with them, yeah.
yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna do next, was ask them.
But
But
that means we are party to somebody dying because we didn't do anything.
We could say that they cast lesser restoration on me and I was okay. That
I'm
it was
not
just
talking
a quick
about
illness.
you. I agree with the whole we sleep here for tonight. I'm talking about tomorrow with the killing off somebody in the town.
They're just going to send them packing. Whatever we do, we could take the clothes and take an extra set of clothes with us.
But they said that they will hold us for a week, so they make sure the person's dead.
No, they said that that you could leave on the 16th.
And what's the date?
Tonight is the 14th.
So we'd have to wait a 24-hour period for them without being able to do it.
I think it would be best if we would ask the priestess, I guess she is, if we could stay here until the time has passed. We'll go into the guest quarters there, and we won't be a bother to anyone. Just wait here, and then on the 16th we'll leave, and we can make a show of a funeral procession and the whole thing if you want to. But the thing is, once the gates are open, we should have no trouble getting out. And I know, Claudette, you want us to go right away, but the fact of the matter is we can't.
Well, I figured that out, but I didn't want to spend the night in jail either.
No, I can understand that. But will the is it priestess or abbess or whatever, will she agree? Let's ask her. And I turn to her, then I say, we need to stay together as a group. And we want to get out of town as soon as we can. But we don't want to be arrested and put in jail and held for who knows how long. Instead, would you be so kind as to let us make an offering so that we can use your guest room just until the 16th, and we'll do our best to not be any trouble. And as soon as the gates are open again, we'll go. And how much of an offering do you need?
She'll reply with the guest room is currently occupied. It is small. It only has 2 beds. However, you are more than welcome to stay the night with up in the attic with Copper. if you so deem, and any offering that you see fit, I will definitely take as donation.
All right. I think the attic will be sufficient accommodation. Is it all right with Copper?
He really has no choice in the matter since he is staying here.
Priestess, I do apologize if I startled you.
You are fine. It's just odd.
Yeah. Well,
I ask if I can stay downstairs by the fire.
For the moment, you can. When you go to take your sleep for the night, you need to please not be in the temple area.
Thank you.
Insight check, if you don't mind.
On
Am I picking up any shady reason for not being in the temple area?
Trying to hide anything.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me the insight check. Nope. She's just very dedicated to her to Malnator, and seems to not. She's fine with you guys staying with her and staying here, just not in the temple area.
Okay.
okay. Would you consider a donation of 25 gold? That'd be five gold for each of us, as reasonable for our request.
Anything that you give will be put to use. That is more than fine. However, I must say that the guards will be by in the morning, and they will need to take your names down.
Sure. Whatever.
Of course.
That'd be fine as long as they don't try to take us out.
Imagine that will only happen if our names are chosen for this lottery they're trying to draw.
You will go over to the altar. A small incantation. And we'll say that yes, it is approved that you stay here for the next couple of nights.
All right, and I hand her the 25 gold, and I think to myself that is a tremendous amount to pay for.
For lodging.
Yes.
Yeah, considering most times it's $1, but I know you're thinking to yourself. I'm not saying nothing.
I'll hand you my 5 gold.
No, that's not necessary. It's paid for. I just was thinking we have to do something like this, but I don't have to like it. And maybe I'm being too generous, but I'd rather be too generous than not enough and have her report us. And if she is like many clerics, she would, just for a little more gold.
Wow.
Does that sound cynical?
Sounds like you're taking on from that Catholic upbringing.
You could be right.
I'll actually approach Michonne and say, I'm not a follower of Aventur, but if there's anything I can do to help, I have some experience with divine rituals or divine magics in general. So if there are any duties you would like help with, I'm willing to help while I'm here.
She'll put her hand on your shoulder and just say, "That is very kind, young lady. We're small. Only thing I might need help with is if someone else looking around comes in with an ailment of some sort, as I spent some resources to help your friend that apparently did not need the help."
I apologize for that. It was unfortunately a necessary part of the ruse to deceive the guards.
And not be in jail for the night.
A disagreement got away from us, and it was either end up arrested and in jail or deceive them into believing Claudette was sick. But if you do need the assistance, I'm here to help.
Lets go of your shoulder, gives it a couple of pats, and kind of nods at you.
Okay, that being said, I'm going to find a corner in the attic upstairs and start working on leatherworking if I have time.
Sure.
I'm gonna go up and just lay down.
I'm willing to help you with your leatherworking.
Since nobody wants to talk about what we do tomorrow, so he's just gonna go lay down.
Okay, and with that, I turn to Copper and I say, "Do you keep a fire in the attic?
He will say he does not, but it is comparably warm.
Okay. That sounds good. I guess then if you show me where you want me to rest, I will go with you and be out of the way. And if you need any help, tell me. I'll help.
He will thank you. And show you guys up to the attic. And it's in comparison to below, and in comparison, to outside. When it's dark outside, it's typically like negative 84 degrees. Inside here, stone building, with plenty of torches and fire. It's probably sitting 45, 50 degrees down below. It's probably like 40 in the attic.
I'll be right back.
I moved to side of the room where Copper points me and spread out my bedding and get ready to sleep.
How long do we have until we would normally go to bed?
Great question.
Remember, it was still the middle of the day, or pretty close to it, like early afternoon, when we had our discussion with the clerk, assistant, whatever. I could be misremembering that, but
It was early afternoon when the three of them went to the North Look. Took half hour to get over there. Probably about 20 or 30 minutes talking with people. 30 minutes to get back to Kelvin's comfort. 34. Say it's about 5 o'clock in the evening.
yeah, that, by my count, then would be about 7 hours of possible work time.
Yep.
Nice. How many rolls do you want me to give you? Don't
Let's
forget
start with 3.
Helping. Claudette's helping.
Yep. Start with 3.
You want Dex?
I think we're always doing Dex, and I don't know. Yeah, Dex.
Darn it. Nice.
Yeah, I'd say with that, that's good for the entire 7 hours, and you get 7 hours completion towards your project.
Nice. Thank you. And at the end, we were very, very tired. And probably pretty smelly.
For sake of ease of use, let's call that 8, so 38.
I will not argue.
Since you had help.
Okay.
Anybody else looking at doing anything?
I'll work on over my little corner. I'll work on maps, drawing.
Okay. You work on that for like the next 7 hours ish.
Yeah, just map of the town that I remember walking through.
Give me 7 straight intelligence checks. Unfortunately, your first 2 more. All right. So unfortunately, the first 4 hours of drawing, I mean, you got the circle down, you got some scratchy buildings down and some routes, but it just doesn't look the way that you think it should work, or should look. During your 5th hour, you start getting it a little more well defined. Just to, in the 6th and 7th hour, try and get it completed, and you're in a rush to get it completed before bed, and it's a map, and you know where stuff, where places are, but you don't believe that others would be able to read your map very well.
What's the name of the town again?
Bryn, Shander. Anybody else want to do anything? Or fast forward through the night? Bueller?
I'm game to fast forward through the night.
Well, you also took 7 hours, so just curious if Arden or Nowhere wanted to do anything with their 7 hours.
I'll just clean my equipment.
Yep.
I just roll up in my blankets and try to get warm and stay warm. And end up sleeping quite a long time.
And is anybody wanting to take a watch, or is everybody just wanting to get sleep?
I think we could all just get sleep.
I agree.
Then in the morning, you all wake up to a female in like a chanting prayer kind of thing down in the temple below. Elkin, 2d6.
2d6?
2d6, yep. You are currently good. Wheel.
That sounds kind of ominous.
It's so weird how it every time, and these are supposed to have like different tracks and stuff, but every time I do that blizzard one, it starts off with a thunderstorm. I'm like, no, that's not part of a blizzard. Sorry. You can hear winds in the outside of the building. It definitely seems like the storm has moved in. So you are not outside, so you don't exactly see it, but you can tell by the sounds that it is definitely rolling in. What would you like to do? You guys have been awoken by singing from the temple.
Looking, can I have a berry today?
And you have gotten a full rest for anybody that used stuff that requires that.
Excellent acting skills. Excellent acting skills. Reset.
Nice.
Starts getting up, stretching, checking my gear.
I'm just kind of side-eyeing Illican while he's getting ready.
Wasn't there something you wanted to do, Illican?
If there was, I don't remember. I know there's something you said you wanted to do. You started to question it last week, but I'm pretty sure that was outside of character, so. Because my idea of what I was going to use was corrected by Sky with what he said the walls were made of, and also what the walls were made of the second time. I was going to say, hey, we can go off the wall. Well, we can't do that. It's too thick, and yeah.
He wanted to use his ring of stone shape on the wall. And create a 5-foot hole to just, hey, look, we're out.
Go over the door, but yeah, that'll work.
Oh, that would be convenient, but...
It was the wrong type of material last week, but then I did some research and realized that it was a lot thicker than even I had thought it was. For about an hour, whether you make it down to the temple or not. It's a loud knocking at the door. Michonne will go answer the door.
I'll walk down for my stuff as I hear the door knocking, because I know who it is.
I will go down as well.
Guards will be there with Mission and asking for everybody's name. Little
We'll get it.
ticks of little ticks. No, little pieces of wood, basically. And they will write or etch your name into the wood. And after getting the 5 of your names, they will take off. They will say, as they start to leave, they will say the lottery will be held at dawn in about an hour and a half.
Okay, I guess we have an hour and a half to kill before we continue.
I suppose so. What do you want to do? You know, if that girl is pregnant, she should be about 3 months along right about now.
Wait, what girl?
The one who slept with Colin.
Oh. That's the problem. Do the mothers usually survive this birth?
Nope. My mother didn't survive the birth either.
Should you punish the child for the acts of the parent?
No, is it that they never survive, or just your mother didn't survive?
In my 150 years, I've only met like 2 others like me. Their mothers didn't survive the birthing process either.
Gotcha.
I mean, you know, we're born a little stronger than most children. I was raised by my aunt. I accidentally bit her and she ended up getting changed.
Oh man.
Well, I have to say that's... I'm sorry. Has she changed much since she was changing?
No, she was murdered by the villagers.
Oh,
They took off her head, removed her limbs, and then burned her.
By that time, I doubt that she felt much.
It doesn't matter, I was only 10 years old at the time. It was a terrible thing to have to watch the woman that raised you getting drawn, quartered, and burned. That's why I want to make young Colin pay so badly. He doesn't care what mess he leaves in the wake of his seduction.
Milliken looks at Claudette as she describes Colin, and he keeps shaking his head slightly every time she says the word young.
He was turned when he was 16 years old.
Every time he hears the word young.
Yeah, but if you ever saw him, you'd understand. He's never aged.
So it's more of a guy's as hell. It's like, can you be young?
Oh, I'm just a baby compared to him.
I'm a gnat compared to the two of you.
I think he was close to 500 when he impregnated my mother. But I digress. Let's go find out if we get our name chosen for sacrifice.
Maybe we should just wait. I'm sure if they choose one of us, they'll come let us know. And I don't really want to go out in that storm.
We've been out in that storm several times.
Yeah, but we don't need to. I'm sure they'll come find us if they want us.
Okie dokie.
Sean will actually speak up about that time and say, everybody is expected to go to the lottery, myself and Copper included. You can go with us if you would like. We just need to sound the alarm when it is time for everybody to go.
I look over and I say, where is your other border?
He taps you on your shoulder. Right here.
He wasn't there a moment ago.
Do I recognize this person?
No.
Okay, great.
So yeah, after a short little bit of time, another hour, you'll say it is time to go. And I don't know if this thing has bells, but if it does, she will sound the bells or the alarm or whatever this churchy thing has.
During that time, I try to find out about the other resident.
Wait, Bay.
You can say that I don't learn anything, and I'm okay with it.
Do we know anything about this other person at all? Name or anything?
Her name is Piper Fleming, and she is a
Piper Fleming, woohoo!
She is a thaumaturge from Caradenival. That was making her way through each of the towns, seeing if anybody needed medical help.
Nice.
So, everybody making their way to the center of town.
If that's what we need to do, that's where I'm gonna go.
Yep, that's
Makes
where I'm
sense.
going.
Yeah, I slowly follow.
So they will gather, and like usually when you go through Bryn, Shander, when you go through any of these towns, there isn't many people in the streets hustling and bustling, that kind of thing. They're either probably at their works or at their homes or doing whatever they typically do. Don't hang out on the street, in negative 40 to negative 80 degree weather.
Oh, they don't want to get chilly. Turn into ice cubes.
Yeah. But as you get towards the town square, and it is. The winds are blowing pretty badly. Snow is blowing pretty badly. Everybody's huddled up, and get towards town square, and there's probably about 1,000 people huddled up, trying to keep warm. And a couple of guards on a platform with a lady and the lady will get up, reach a hand into a barrel and reach down low and pull out a wood chip. And she'll whisper something to older gnome that's standing next to her, and he will do kind of an flourish with his hands as a name calls out loudly that everybody can hear, as he says, Ilikin Thulagia.
I step forward. Knew that was coming.
I say to Ilikin, only through a whisper, telepathically. I think this thing was fixed. I look at
survive. I survived worse.
I look at Celestine. What are we gonna do?
So what are we doing, guys?
You didn't hear that whole thing?
I stepped forward, said I've lived through worse. She said I'm sorry in my mind. And then she asked you, what do you think? It through her mind.
No, I said that out loud. What are we
Oh.
gonna do, Celestine? Arden, what do you think we should do?
Well, we need to gather up his gear, okay? And maybe say we'll meet you at the west wall. Or the closest wall where they take him out. And we'll dump your stuff over the wall.
I can do that. If I survive, I can do that. He says it with a grin.
You're resistant to cold, right?
Not yet. but I say that with a smile because I have an idea.
You're resistant to the weather cold.
Yeah.
You're not resistant to cold damage, but...
Not yet.
Anyway. So...
So are the guards making their way towards him, or?
At the moment, people are starting to shuffle back towards their homes or wherever they're working, and I think he was headed towards them, towards the stage.
Why do we take his stuff and then just meet him outside later?
I give him my stuff. It's a way bit heavy, but I give it to him. And I put on the ring. I make sure that the ring that I was wearing is on top of my stuff to see if that helps him.
What ring? Oh, the stone-shaped one.
Yep.
So you're heading towards the town hall then?
Yep, I head where they lead me.
Right now, there's two guards on the stage, and the speaker and an older gnome. That's it. Like, nobody's leading you anywhere.
But I know I am not going to become an enemy of the town. So I will head to where they called me. The speaker.
Okay. So as you get to the stage, they will look down and say, "Are you Illican?"
I am Illican.
Uvessa will frown, look over at the guards, nod, and one of the guards will say, "Please come with us," and they will walk you into the town hall.
Shakes head.
I'll follow.
I would like to try to follow as well.
I'm following the leader.
Following and trying to stay together with the group.
And once they take him into the town hall, I'll suggest that we each take a side of the building, okay, to watch. And that way, whichever way they take him out, there'll be one of us to follow to see where we need to take his clothing.
Sure.
Oh no, good die! Oh, Okay, so I wasn't going to be able to do that. I was hoping I could do something. I thought I gained some of my pets, immunity or ability against certain whatever type of dragon it is. Damn.
We will be right back. I'm gonna pull Rogar down into another channel.
Illican.
Illican, yes.
So, this is ominous. Might be getting Illican killed here.
We might be.
I keep glancing outside to see if there's actually a storm going on.
It's just slightly cold where I am, and windy. We actually have a freeze warning in effect.
Wow.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, none of their conversation gets recorded on the video.
That's fine.
I bet viewers disagree with you on that.
Okay, so what about this Piper Fleming person?
What matter?
She's from Caerdinable. That's a very, very small town.
He is.
Do we recognize her?
I don't believe so.
I mean, Sky said I didn't recognize her, so I guess I don't recognize her. But she looks like an elf. Yeah, wonder if she knows where Colin might be.
And Piper Fleming, she was the other guest in the temple, right?
Correct.
Has anyone talked to her?
I think Illican tried in the morning. But not like really hit up a conversation with her.
It's a long chat.
Yeah.
La-di-da, twiddling thumbs.
Hello, people.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Can we start
Uh,
some twiddling now?
You can.
Good.
After about 30 minutes, Devessa will come out of the town hall and see, I guess, one of you standing near the town hall.
Yeah.
Who is on the front side?
I guess I'll volunteer.
Sure.
I'm right behind her.
I'm on the back side.
He will come out, kind of curtly, and approach Celestine and Claudette and say, Illican asked me to give this to a Claudette.
I put my hand out.
She will put a piece of parchment in your hand. Kind of sorrowfully, and turn around and say, I am terribly sorry. And she will walk back into the town hall.
Okie dokie. So, what does this piece of parchment say?
Send it to you in Discord.
Gotcha. Alright, guys. I think we just need to try to trust him and just try to get to the other side. I suppose I could just walk over the wall with his stuff so that he has it and make sure he has shelter for the night and then walk back over. What do you guys think of that suggestion?
Well, that's what I thought we were going to do once we knew which exit they took him to.
Yeah, but they won't let us out until...
Yeah, but
tomorrow.
I mean, if we knew where he was at, then we could go to that wall and take his stuff over the other side.
Gotcha. So, I will attempt to stealthily follow the guards that are escorting him out when they start to escort him out. Actually, I think we should all go to just say bye to him. Pretend like we're just saying our goodbyes. That way it doesn't look like we're being sneaky or up to something.
That sounds like a plan.
I agree.
As you enter the town hall, the assistant is sitting at her desk, and as she sees Claudette, she just goes pale.
Sorry, hon, it's just been a little bit of a thing with me since I was a child. But I didn't die, I promise. I just lost a moment of time.
She'll slowly nod and say, can I help you?
We just want to say goodbye to our friend.
She'll say that, unfortunately, I cannot allow you into the cells. I will go get Duvessa for you, however. And she will briskly walk out of the room, knock on a door, walk into the next room, and about 5 minutes later, she will return with another lady. And the speaker will be in front of you, and she will say, unfortunately, at the moment, we need to keep this quick. All will be revealed later. However, at the moment, you should really head back to the House of the Morning Lord.
Well, when will you be moving him?
My friend Michonne will see to it that you are taken care of. If you please return to the House of the Morning Lord.
Okay, I look at Celestine.
Should we take his equipment with us?
Sorry, I was under the impression he gave you all the equipment
Oh, okay.
before he walked in.
Okay. That could be. And I will return the look to Claudette and be like, I guess they don't want to answer any questions. I guess let's head back to the temple.
All right, let's do it. I suppose, we all have a little bit of his equipment, so we'll take it with us.
Hey, Claudette, what's the letter say? Anything of interest or value?
I'll tell you when we're alone.
Okay.
Actually, telepathically. I will tell you that it says what we see is okay. It may not appear as such. Don't try to rescue him. It may affect the rest of the town. He'll meet us on the other side.
I really hope he means the other side of the wall and not.
I'm pretty sure he means the other side. I'm pretty sure he means the other side of the wall. I guess he had it given to me because he knows I can scale the walls without any problem.
Okay.
But let's go ahead and let's go back to the temple and not disturb this speaker who doesn't seem to want our services.
Okay.
So, off where are you going back to the House of the Morning Lord?
Might as well.
I don't know what Arden and Nowhere are doing. I'm hoping they're following us.
Yeah, 'cause you're the one that got all the information. But do have some questions.
What kind of questions, Arden?
Well, she telepathically told you. She didn't tell us anything, so we're in the dark.
True.
and our plan was is to make sure that we help Illiken. And now we went into the building and then left, so we don't know what's going on.
I'll telepathically tell you that he said he's going to be okay and for us not to try to rescue him, and he'll meet us on the other side. Right now, let's just not cause any waves.
I understand that. I understand why we're going and doing what we're doing now. Thank you.
I will telepathically tell Nowhere the same thing. Because I can only do it one at a time to one person.
So y'all make your way back to the House of the Morning Lord. As you enter, Michonne will be at her altar thing. Mixing some ingredients and looks like she's making some kind of a potion.
I think I'm going to leave this one up to you, Celestine. But remember that the speaker said that Michonne was her friend.
Do I recognize the potion she's trying to make?
Give me an alchemy tools check. The wisdom.
How about herbalism kit check?
Or that.
Okay.
Yes, you recognize the ingredients that she is muddling together and heating and cooling and stirring.
Okay. And she's the priestess of Amantur?
Yes.
Okay, has she realized we're here yet?
Yes, as soon as the door open. She looked up and then looked back and kept doing what she was doing. And to recognize everything, you would have had to have gotten somewhat close.
Okay. I will kind of walk up next to her and just kind of watch as she does some things on the table for a bit, for a minute or two. Be like, you have, do you do a lot of business with those types of potions?
Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. No, I do not. This is more of a favor for a friend.
Can I do an insight check?
Go for it.
Basically, I want to know, is this something that she's doing willingly or begrudgingly?
He seems to be doing this very willingly. I would say you get the feeling that she is happy to help.
By any chance, is your friend my friend?
He will look at you quizzically and say, that I am not sure. Though it may help your friend as well.
How can I help? Maybe I should turn to the rest of the party and kind of I'll actually walk over to the rest. Kind of tell her I'll be right back, and I'll walk over to the rest of the party and explain that she's making a potion of disguise, which is a little unusual for a priestess of Aventur. But she says it's for a friend, but that it might help our friend as well. Then I'll... What was that?
I was going to ask if you asked her if she knows which gate they're going to take him out of.
I haven't asked, but I can. head back over to her and ask, do you happen to know which gate they're gonna take him out of?
They usually take the sacrifices out of the southwest gate.
Okay. Can Claudette hear that from here?
Sure.
Okay. Then I say, okay, how can I help?
He will say that she has one more of these potions to make, if you can help her.
Gladly.
And she will pause what she's doing, give you the ingredients, and just give me an herbalism kit check. With wisdom at I'm guessing disadvantage because this would be more of an alchemy thing.
Oh. Crap.
As you sorry. As you set up the stuff that like she has it, and start heating the you get everything muddled up correctly, and as you start heating the beaker, everything inside goes up in smoke and turns into ash inside the beaker. And she kind of looks over at you and frowns and says, well, it happens. Hopefully 3 will be enough.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what I did wrong.
And she'll look at you and down at the beaker, and she'll kind of reach over and pull the beaker up about 2 more inches and say, should have been placed about right there.
I'm sorry.
3 should be fine.
Do I need to go get some more mats for y'all?
This will take actually it'll probably be about an hour. But she will say that this is all the supply that she had at the moment. But as she finishes hers, that'll make 3 potions. So hopefully that will be enough.
I just kind of look at Celestine quizzically.
Enough for what exactly? What's going on? What's your plan?
Look, it's 4:07. Let's take a 15-minute break.
Okie dokie.
Gross. Bastard.
Right on time.
Woohoo!
Who what?
This is fun to listen to. I'll be back.
I think he just really likes the break time graphic.
Oh, so very much. Almost like lightning just struck right through the ice.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Ditto.
Here.
We got an opal.
I haven't heard her yet.
I'm back.
Woo.
Aren't the stables by the southwest part of town?
They are. All right, Celestine, what were you asking her before we went on break?
What is your plan?
We will lean over and really, really, really quietly whisper something to you.
Which I'm assuming is the message I just got in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I will just kind of, when she finishes, I'll just kind of pull back and look at her for a moment, then just nod, and I will turn to the rest of the party and say, wait, we've established that we can't actually leave again until tomorrow, right?
Correct.
Crap. Yeah, I'll just turn to the rest of the party and say, I guess we wait until tomorrow.
You think we should go look at maybe some dog sleds at the stables?
For what? For why?
For when we leave tomorrow. Wink, wink.
Sure, why not? So, let's go.
All right. Now where can you take us to the stables, please?
Okay, as we get outside of earshot of people, hopefully. Say, we're not actually going to go look at dog sleds, are we?
It's where I can make the best sense of the wall and whether or not I can get over it, and then kind of scout where I could put his stuff so he could find it so that he can get to it.
For clarification, are you hauling all of his stuff right now, or is it still in the temple?
I didn't know we put it down yet.
I will have the majority of it on my disc that is currently falling behind us.
How much can your disc weigh or hold?
600 pounds. It's holding about 100 and About 150 pounds of leatherworking supplies, and then the rest could be all his stuff.
He has 474 pounds of stuff on him.
Okay, well, I can carry most of it then.
Okay. As you guys leave, with all of his stuff, Michonne will say, "You really should leave that here, but you do as you wish."
Well, if we get dog sleds, we're going to want to put a majority of it in the dog sleds. So, as we're walking, I'm going to ask Celestine, what's up with the concoctions?
I want to look around to see if there's anyone nearby who appears to be paying attention to us or watching us or anything of that sort.
Not necessarily.
Okay. When I'm confident nobody's listening, I will reply and say that she says she can't reveal the details, but that we should trust in her and her deity. The less we know, the better. And she kind of hinted at the fact that this might help our friend with his predicament.
That's very weird and interesting and weird.
Yes, she was being very cryptic, but I saw no reason not to trust her.
But why would the speaker be doing this if... I'm confused.
Well, she's not the speaker. She was a
but she's
priestess of Amantor.
But she's doing this with the speaker's knowledge, isn't she?
Not that I'm aware of. And if she is, then maybe the speaker's doing it to, trying to find a way to save face against those in town who are insisting on this ritual, this sacrifice. To be honest, I don't know.
Alright, so let me know when we get to the stables.
Okay, and just to clarify, we're not actually getting dog size, right?
If I can afford them, I will.
Okay. That is your prerogative, I guess. Anyway, let's go to the stables, I guess.
All right, so about 45
Oh.
minutes you get down to the stables.
Sky, if
Mhm.
there's people on the way, can you just kind of let me bump into them?
You can try and bump into them.
What you want me to roll?
Yep.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, definitely sleight of hand. Let me see how many. White, I switched maps to the regular Bryn Shander map.
Okey-doke.
Give me 8 rolls.
The crit covers the nat one, right?
All right, so you guys head down there. Claudette seems to be wandering here and there. Okay, so Claudette's moving back and forth across the road, across the pathway. Walking up to people, saying hello, or not, or trying to do whatever she does. And the fourth person that she does this to, somewhere close to the town square, the market square. As she goes up to this large framed person, he bumps into her really hard and says, "Watch where you're going! Get out of here!"
You big old meanie.
So, what you should have gotten out of the whole thing is 4 platinum, 39 gold, 30 silver, 32 silver, or sorry, 30 silver and 32 copper. That should be a C at the end of that. However, the big meanie got you for 14 gold. Which you'll find out later, but
Okay.
so you can add 4 platinum, 25 gold, 30 silver, and 32 copper to your coffers.
And just clarify that's for everyone.
Well, that was her.
Oh, that's right. That's
That
for
was
Opal.
my bumping into people.
That's just Opal. Never mind. Ignore that.
Yeah.
I knew that. I don't know why I asked that.
It was her little being a little dirty scoundrel.
I give as much as I get.
Very nice.
But yeah, you get down to stables in about 45 minutes or so.
Is there anybody manning the stables?
Morton Lovain is the proprietor of the stables.
We've tried to get dog sleds from him before, haven't we?
Yes, and the last time you were here, he had mentioned that the best route of going would be to get them up in Tourmaline.
So just gonna stop and talk to him for a few minutes and ask him, has he gotten any dog sleds in? And if so, is he able to sell any?
We'll say, I can sell you the sleds, of course. We do have some here, not new ones, of course, but we can get you a good deal on a sled. The issue you're probably going to have is transportation of an animal of some sort to pull it. And I think I mentioned to you, well, it wasn't you, it was a guy, and he uses his hand to, like, go above his head.
Yeah.
A guy much taller than me. I told him to see. Crap. Thought I had the guy's name on here.
Yeah, up in Tourmaline for the dogs.
Yeah.
Has that situation changed at all? Do you have any animals that can pull the sleds at this point?
I have a couple of horses here in the stables, but not going to do very well if you get off the main roads.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. What's... And I point, what's up this way?
Houses. Possibly some businesses. I don't know.
Okie dokie. You don't happen to have a latrine in your stables, do you?
Sure. That right there, pointing at a latrine-looking thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna come around to this side of the building between these two buildings and verify that there's nobody looking.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Nobody seems to be looking.
So I'm just gonna walk up the wall to the top.
Okay.
And look on the other side and see if there's a landmark or a tree or something. Thank you. Looks like somebody's been playing cards up here.
Yeah. Me.
Oh, okay.
Sky was prepared for Opal to pull this shit.
Yes, I was.
He would have said something before he left. Might have been able to aid you, but we can't now because you already left.
Ah, there's trees. Woohoo!
That is currently about what you see.
And some wild animals. And some things that might kill us. Yay! Although the bears could be useful in pulling a bobsled. If Celestine could convince them. Oh, I don't see the bears. Okay.
Oh no, you saw them. You
Okay.
saw about that much.
Okie dokie. So there's a tree. What looks like a bush and a bear that could pull a bobsled. Is that a bush?
That is a good question.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down the other side of the wall. Not the side I... Yeah, the side I just came up. I'm gonna go down that wall. Gonna go back and join the party.
How's it look out there?
Well, I see a couple of possible bushes, and I saw bears that could possibly pull a bobsled, and a tree. It's probably a dead tree, but I saw a tree. So a couple of things we could hide his stuff under. So as we leave, can we go that way just to see how many guards are guarding the gate?
Sorry, one more time. What were you saying?
So when we leave, can we go this way so we can see how many guards are guarding the gate?
Sure. As you go that way, you'll see about 15 to 20 guards ish standing around the gate.
Okie dokie.
Probably see about it's daytime at the moment, so you'll probably see about 15 of them.
So I also forgot to mention, Celestine, there's a table up there where the guards can probably sit and play cards. Or dragon chess. Or whatever the game they're going to play.
Ah, I see.
It wasn't manned when I was up there. So, they're probably all down on the gates making sure people don't leave.
Makes sense.
So we'll walk back towards the center of town. Where was the speaker's house again? Right here, right?
The town hall is here in the center of the town.
Okie dokie.
You've never been to the speaker's house yet.
Interesting. So now where you want to take us back so we can see when they start moving and looking? I'm sure we won't miss it.
Sure, we can go back up, and here's a town hall.
So, are you planning to take his clothing, weapons, and armor out over the wall and put him somewhere, or?
Yep, that's my plan. Just was hoping to do it once they start moving him, because they'll probably all be, well, maybe I should do it now.
Did you and Illigan come up with a place to put them already?
Oh no, he just gave me the note. That's all it said. But I could go put it under the bush and maybe.
It's got to be outside of the gate, or they're just gonna stop him from putting it on or something, I would imagine.
And do we know it? We have no idea which gate they're going to take him out.
They said the southwest gate.
I suppose once you hide it out there, you can return and...
If I could be within 30 feet of him, I could telepathically tell him where I put it.
That's what I was just thinking. You just said it faster. That would be one way. And nowhere over here can make you invisible for an hour. So it makes it easier for you to get up and over that wall.
That would be really handy.
So is that something you want to try to do?
Yeah, let's get it done now.
Okay. Nowhere, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
Actually, let's walk back to the stables so that I can maximize my time.
Makes sense. The stable guy is gonna think you're really thinking about it.
Actually, with the bears I saw, we could actually, like I said, if you could convince them, we could actually get them to pull the sleds for us.
I talked to some at one point, and they were not very happy with the idea, so...
Yeah, but maybe we could offer to feed them and give them food.
We could, but I imagine the ones that are out there right now are friendly to Auril, and we don't want to open that bag until after, I think. If that makes sense.
Yep. Okay, so when we get around the wall, I want to make sure nobody's looking and kind of look up there, make sure nobody's up top.
You'll see some guards down at the towers down here. But Nobody is near you and around you.
Okay, nowhere when you're ready.
Just make sure it's out of sight of the wall so that the guards can't stop him from using it. Or reclaiming it or whatever.
Okay. Well, there's your invisibility spell.
I'm gonna try to put on Illiken's jacket.
His armor or his jacket?
Actually, just let's try to. Can we fold his armor up? Is it leather?
This is anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
Yep.
I would think you'd be able to stuff everything in your pack. I mean, you're just taking his clothes, armor, and weapons. I've got all his other crap on the disc.
Okay, so I'll kind of dump my bag out onto the disc, put all of his stuff in my bag, and begin to climb the wall.
Illiken, what kind of armor do you have? Oh, scale mail. There it is.
Scale mail.
Probably not something that could just be folded and put into a pack, but
Alright, so we'll scale the wall with his stuff in my pack, or on me, or carrying it. And I wonder how the hell he could ever stealth.
speaking of which.
I think that was his.
Roll me a stealth check to see how well you stealth while carrying scale mail down a wall. A dire wolf looks over towards your direction and starts slowly heading towards you. About the same time, a giant tree starts walking towards you as well.
Oh boy. Guess the tree wasn't a tree. I have something.
Is she not getting advantage or them disadvantage due to invisibility?
Invisibility does not help against scale mail making audio sounds.
Oh.
That's the only reason that I had her roll, was because she's carrying scale mail down a wall going.
Now, is the tree and the dire wolf within a 15-foot radius of each other?
Alright, just a second, gotta unblock stuff again. Currently, they're about 40 feet apart.
Okay, which one's the closest to me?
I'm gonna bring you back over to that other map for a sec. That guy there and that guy there are starting to head to your direction.
Okay, so cast the darkness right there. Oh wait, I can't cast. Well, am I off the wall since you said I was going down the wall?
You're currently on the wall, yeah.
Okay, so I guess cast. I gotta make sure I can do it.
If you cast a spell or do any attacking, you lose your invisibility.
No, you're actually concentrating on that, not her.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
right here.
If she was, it would totally be correct, but that's part of your repertoire. That's why I posted in chat. How do I make nowhere loses concentration on this? I was just being sarcastic and being an ass, but yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna put that darkness spell right there.
Right where it's at?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna try to climb down.
Okay. Then what are you doing?
I'm gonna head this way to look for a loose rock.
Okay, you find a loose rock.
Is it big enough to hide his stuff?
Nope. Snow's coming down pretty good. It's a good chance that by the time he is released, sometime in a few hours, that it might get buried. You could, of course, also dig a hole and bury it, but that's going to take time. There's
Time's not something
nothing.
I have a lot of.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of big rocks.
Okay, so let's put it right here against this wall. Okay, yeah,
Like
that's
that.
a good word. Yeah. All right, and then I'll just go up the wall from there and back down the wall and go meet up with my friends and let them know that we had a change of plans. There's some wildlife out there. I don't know where they've been this whole time that we've been walking around and, doing stuff, but they seem to be very active right now. I'll be right back. I guess we can start walking towards town to see if we can actually see Illiken as we're going, and then I can try to telepathically tell him what I need to tell him. I'll be right back.
All right. So, I guess you guys make it back to the town hall.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sure, why not?
And what she dropped off was his pickaxes and his scale mail armor and his cold weather clothing, right?
That's what I was suggesting.
Pickaxes, armor, and what else?
Your coach, your cold weather clothing stuff.
That wasn't me.
It was me.
He's growling at the kitty cats. I'm assuming.
My Tom got up and changed sleeping positions.
All Alright, so it's probably like sundown, approximately like 2:30 right now in the afternoon. You guys just gonna stay at the town hall?
I'd like to check with someone. When exactly are they doing this sacrifice?
Originally, they said it was going to be at dawn.
No, they did the lottery at dawn. Whoever you talk to, I don't know who it is, but whoever you talk to will tell you probably about like 8 o'clock at night.
Okay, so we have to be.
Not that they have clocks, but yeah.
So they're doing that tonight, or is that tomorrow night?
Yes, tonight. Today is now the 15th, so.
Okay. I guess we can come back shortly before 8 o'clock. I guess.
That's fine. We'll come back.
So, another half hour will get you to House of the Morning Lord. So what you want to do with the rest of your afternoon?
I'd like to work on leatherworking. Keep my hands busy.
Bless you would. Anybody else? Outside of the locked up Pelican.
Hold on 1 second. Talkies plus talking is pretty difficult. I guess I'll help her for about 4 hours with the leatherworking, and then I think I want to go get a nail.
Oh, what?
A nail?
A nail? Like a hammer nail?
No, like a drink.
And
Ale, gotcha.
ale.
Okay. And ale. I heard a nail, and I'm like, a nail? Why do you want a nail?
I heard the same thing, Sky.
Okay.
The dog agrees.
Alright, Celestine, give me 2 leatherworking dexterity advantage with with Claudette. Not an issue, get 4 more hours.
So after 4 hours, I'm going to look at Celestine and say, after this week, finding out that my dad is actually close enough for me to kill him, and Illiken getting taken, and everything going on, I think I could use something to drink. You want to go down with me to the tavern?
Sure, why not?
I imagine that Nowhere was already heading to the tavern, question mark?
Well, I hadn't really thought of it, but I'll certainly join you.
I'll hang around. I'll go on with you guys.
Before we leave, can we ask Copper to let us know if there's anything afoot?
He looks down at his feet. Picks one up, looks at it. Picks the
Okay.
other one up.
Copper, what I really meant is, could you possibly let us know if people start moving towards Illiken's departure?
He will say there might be a few people that gather and watch. Bryn Shander, there might be upwards of 50 people that actually watch as they parade him down. But most of them are supporters of Auril. Not many people usually watch or care, or it's just kind of become a thing that happens every month, and we go about our business.
Great, it's not like Palm Sunday. Okay, so
What's a palm?
it's a tree in other areas.
What's a Sunday?
That's a great question.
It's an ice cream treat in another area.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
What's
go
ice
into it.
cream?
That's gonna be my next step.
Well, it's when you
Flavored
cream all
snow.
over ice. I mean, damn.
It's flavored snow. All right, Sky, couldn't help yourself. All right. So I say we just have enough time for like one ale, and then maybe we should start moving towards the center of town.
Yeah, so it's probably about 6:30-ish, 7 o'clock when you get done with the leather working for the afternoon. The tavern is right around the corner. Takes you 5 minutes to get there. Not an issue there. It'll take you about another 30 minutes to get down to the town hall.
Like I said, just one ale and none of the hard stuff. If you guys get the hard stuff, I'm gonna beat y'all.
As you guys head out, so does Piper Fleming. She's carrying three potions with her.
Oh, really?
If you turn to go towards the tavern, she will keep heading towards the center of town.
Isn't this whole thing supposed to be taking place in the center of town?
That's where town hall is, anyways. Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we'll just follow her.
yeah, just go that direction. I mean, not specifically following her, but go that direction instead of back to the tavern. Unless you're saying we saw her on the way to the tavern.
No, she left about the same time as you did from the House of Morningward.
Oh, let's just follow her.
Instead of
Come
going
for me.
Instead of going to the tavern, is nowhere with us.
Or is nowhere already at the tavern?
That's what I was wondering. Nowhere.
He said he was actually coming with us after we did the leather working, so I think he's with us.
That doesn't sound like him at all. Figured he'd stay at the tavern for 30 hours a day. Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Ray.
Dad. Ray. You gotta push the button.
Hello.
Hi.
There we go.
Wrong
Gotta
button.
push the button.
Wrong button, sorry.
We're all assuming what you're doing.
Are you actually at the tavern already, or are you traveling with us to the tavern?
I'm traveling with you.
Okay. So we see Piper, and this is like about that 6 o'clock when we're traveling to the tavern, right?
Yeah, about 6:30ish.
Okay. Well, if we just follow her, we might interrupt her plan. This is out of character. If we just follow her, we might interrupt her plans. So, maybe we should just go to the tavern anyway. What do you guys think?
I think if she wanted help, she would have asked us before we left.
You're probably right.
So, probably just go to the tavern.
Okay. So you continue on to the tavern.
Alright, so you get to Kelvin's Cairn. Sorry, not Kelvin's Cairn. Kelvin's Comfort. And a stocky dwarf behind the bar says, "Looking for the hard stuff?"
No, just some ales.
It's just some mead, unfortunately, out of ales at the moment.
Right, sorry. Keep forgetting that.
And he will pour the 4 of you ales for 8 silver apiece. Sorry, mead. Yeah. He'll pour 4 pints of mead for 8 silver apiece.
Okay.
That's 42.
It's 32. But I just I just toss 4 gold out on the counter. Say keeps the change.
Why? Thank you very much.
Okay, so we sit and drink our mead. Has anything interesting happened during that time frame?
Roll me perception. One guy at a table, a couple tables away from you guys, will be talking to nobody in particular. Might be a little out of his rocker. Says, damned Werner is blind as a bat, she is. Normally she don't fly this low, honestly, anymore. She doesn't normally come anywhere near the towns. Also, the stones away from that tower. And then he'll swig his drink back.
Yeah, I think I agree with him. I don't think the worm should be flying that low.
Maybe the town speaker should pass a new law that says you can't fly that low over town. Because you know they're going to follow the laws.
What color worm is it, Sky?
The white worm that hit the tower.
Okay. Do you happen to know where this white worm lairs?
Said that she and her friend are up in the Ragged Glacier somewhere.
So there are 2 white worms?
Oh, no. No, she's the only one that we know of, or that we've seen. She's been around here for hundreds of years. She has a rider on her back that she befriended hundreds of years ago by the name of Melthorond. He's been dead probably 40 or 50 years, I don't know. Maybe 100 years.
So the one riding on her back is dead?
Apparently. That's no problem.
Maybe she has a new rider?
That one, I doubt it. The white dragons don't they're more of a primal nature. They don't really get along with others of our kind. I'm not sure how the relationship begun between the two, but it's well before I was born. Some kind of liken to the guy, and I don't know if she even realizes he's dead.
I'll just kind of look at Celestine like, okay. So is he dead, or is he just mostly dead?
You asking this guy, or?
Yeah, I'm asking that guy.
Okay. Oh, he's dead. He's been dead for a very long time. Like, I think what you're getting at is if he's undead.
Yeah, I mean, because eventually, bones fall apart, and he wouldn't be sitting on the dragon anymore.
Oh, he took precautions of that. They say he was a very powerful wizard of sorts, into that magical arts and stuff. And some scholars around the years, a few years back, some scholars have come past Bryn Shander and mentioned that she wishes to return him to life someday, though it seems like a far-fetched dream for a white worm.
So the white worm turns human and comes down here and says that she wants to bring him back to life?
No. Can't turn into a human. Some scholars a few years ago were coming through Bryn Shander and mentioned something along that line. I don't know where they got their information. I just hear things and pick them up.
So, who were you talking to a few moments ago?
Talking to somebody.
Telling him about the white worm and how it never comes down that far.
I was just... I'm just upset. I'm part of the cleanup crew, hauling rocks from that damn tower that stood taller than anything else in Bryn Shander.
Gotcha. Okay. Out of character, does he look like he's poor?
He doesn't look like, no. He doesn't look like he's poor. Just looks
Okay.
like he's drunk.
Alright. No worries then. Thanks for letting us know about the worm and the rider.
He'll hold his mug up and towards you in kind of a salute, and down and back and yell out, "Another one, Ogden!" And Ogden will bring him another mead.
I slide Ogden a gold piece and say, that should cover the next 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so those are on me for his next 2, okay?
He will nod at you.
So, Ogden, they say about the time the sun's really getting dark is when they start marching the guy out the gate. Is that true?
It's been dark for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm talking like really dark, like 8 o'clock at night dark.
It's like midnight dark from like 4 till 10. 4 p.m. to like 10 a.m.
Well, damn you, Sky, there's no way to tell the time.
He will look at his handy dandy watch that he doesn't have. Say, yeah, it's getting about that time. Stupid cultists will probably be gathering here shortly to watch as their as the sacrifice is made.
Okay. Thank you so much for the information. You have a wonderful night.
He will. Thank you.
We might be back a little bit later, after our friend is shown out the gates. We're gonna try to go and wave goodbye to him. Alright, let's go. Maybe we can get this done before
And
it's time
finish the last of my meat and start walking toward the door.
Ditto.
All right, so you guys get down to town hall right about 8 o'clock, and there is Duvessa and 2 guards walk out of the front doors of the town hall in heavy winter clothing, followed by a Goliath in kind of a medium winter clothing.
Nowhere cast invisibility on me, please.
Maybe you can only do that once a day.
Ah, darn. Okay, so I'm gonna try to at least get within 30 feet of him. And say, Illican, when you can hear me, shrug your shoulder. Illican, when you can hear me, shrug your shoulder.
As you say that, let me look up just a sec. As you say that, the Goliath starts looking around and looking up, kind of towards the right, towards the left, trying to figure out what's going on.
Do we recognize this Goliath?
Looks like Pelican. Give me
Okay.
an investigation check. The only difference that you can see is that Pelican seemed to have grown a nice pair of breasts since the last time you saw him. But his face looks just like he did yesterday. Or this morning.
Celestine, do you see those boobies?
Do I see what?
Look at the Goliath. She has boobies. She might have Illican's face, but she's got boobies.
That's... I don't know. Do I see that?
Now that she pointed it out, yes.
I do. That's a little bit odd.
Not voluptuous or anything, but like they're definitely bigger than a male's pecs.
Let's not draw attention, because that could be
Part of the warning.
correct. Part of the plan, whatever the plan Miss Shawn is working on.
Anybody see that other woman?
Do we?
See who?
Does anybody see Piper Fleming anywhere?
Give me a perception check. You are pretty certain that she is nowhere to be found.
I look at Celestine and say, very interesting, Celestine. Do you notice that I don't see Piper anywhere? The lady that was at the House of the Morning Lord.
Yeah, I know who you're speaking of.
Yeah, just kind of keep that under wraps, because I think what you were helping the priestess make was maybe a transmogrification potion.
I'm not really. Don't know how well this is gonna work with our plan.
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go back over the gate and risk my life and limbs to try to do that again. Maybe we should hurry before the guards have to go back to their normal posts.
Well, keep in mind that we don't have invisible.
No, we don't, but it's okay. I think they're all going to be busy trying to make sure that people don't maul the prisoner, and we can go down this side road here.
If you think we should, then I guess let's take care of it.
Yeah, let's hurry ahead. Let's hurry ahead.
Well, let's take off towards the stables very quickly. Like, running.
We can do that.
We need a sled really bad. Bye!
Nothing like calling attention to yourselves. Holy crap.
Well, since we were running,
I didn't.
I give a reason.
I didn't even know you were standing there. Oh, you need a sled. Oh, how about that?
I figured when we started running, that would draw attention to ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Alright, so hopefully we can get there before this Goliath that we don't really recognize very well gets there, and I can get up the wall. Well, after I double check to make sure that there's nobody watching.
Sure, it takes you about a half an hour. No, you guys are running. It takes you about 15 minutes to get there. Nobody's seems to be watching that section of the wall near the stables. And you get up and over. Well, you get up in no time.
Do you suppose that the disguise was an attempt to misdirect this whole thing so that Illiken's actually being put out a different gate?
I doubt it. Let's just get his stuff. And there's dangerous stuff on the other side, so I want to hurry as fast as possible.
As you get up and over, a few creatures take notice of you.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna run and pick up the stuff and start heading back over the wall.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. So I'm gonna get up to the top, take a deep breath, and climb down. Put all the shit on the disc and say, okay, let's go watch what happens at the gate. Although half of me is tempted to stay up at the top to watch what happens when she goes out. And on that note, I've got a bio, I'm sorry.
So, White, I'm changing maps. Sorry if this kills anybody's computer.
Did you?
I'm back.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Mine's not.
What do we do?
One thing to say.
Hmm.
It's 6 o'clock, and I do have to go.
Alrighty then.
You want to ping locations for us to put our tokens down?
Your tokens are already there.
Rather ship. Okay, there we go. Never mind.
I did that
Alright.
earlier. I guess you weren't there yet.
Alright, guys. You have fun. Thank you so much for this evening.
Okay.
Thank you for you too as well. I've enjoyed listening to how everybody dealt with this.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, I have, trust me, with me and Sky over here laughing really hard.
Yeah, uh-huh.
well, we're glad that you had such a good time.
Glad we could entertain.
All right, guys. Talk to you next week.
Ciao.
See you on Sunday
Uh.
since there's no game on any other day.
That is correct. Have a good one.
Oh, yeah.